I am Jesse, and behind the camera is James, and we are Roamin in Riverside, and we have
Aaron.
Aaron here. Now, Aaron, you look like a young man. Tell me a little about yourself. How old are you?
I'm going to be 35. I've been out here for about 6 years.
Okay, where are you from?
Originally, I'm from Riverside County,
Okay.
right here in IE. Yeah.
Well, where do you currently reside at?
In and around this area, pretty much stay at Fairmont Park, or in the inner city area.
No, no. What do you have family out here?
My closest family member is in San Diego.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you just like the Riverside area? Or
Well, I've been able to find the most resources
Okay.
locally. I've been to several counties. I've been from San Diego County to LA County,
Yeah.
and everywhere in between. And this is the place that I've been most comfortable.
Okay, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. So, people around here, other homeless people, are they mean to you, or are they?
No, we actually have a pretty tight knit community here.
Okay.
We have a tendency to watch out for each other. In the way that other than the theft within the community, which is
Yes.
really difficult. But as far as safety goes, I feel pretty safe here.
Okay. And Aaron, you're willing to work? Are you willing to?
Absolutely.
Okay, because we have a Cash App, and that's Roamin Riverside, and Aaron here, fine young man, looks like he's able to work. If any of our viewers are out there, and you own a painting company, you own any kind of construction business, Aaron's a young man, and if you can reach out and help, that'd be much appreciated. And so, where can we find you at? If I wanted to, say our viewers wanted to swing by, we are currently at Fairmont Park. By the way, and could they find you anywhere specifically? I mean, are you?
Well, the stage I guess is where we usually congregate at and
Okay.
around.
Okay.
I do have email. That's one of the a good way to contact me.
Okay.
But other than that, yeah, it's contact is a little bit difficult, which I think is one of the biggest issues in the community. Is
How old are you?
I'm going to be 35.
You're going to be 35. So have you ever had a career or a job or anything? Like
Yeah,
that?
I was an aircraft mechanic actually.
Okay, nice.
For about the last 10 years.
Yeah.
And then things just hit hard at home and with my family, and I stumbled, and then I woke up 6 years later, and here I am. So it's a little bit difficult to timeline, but yeah, I do odd jobs kind of in the meantime, but
Well, yeah, because our viewers out there, a lot of them, man, they love to give people second chances,
right.
love to give people hope. You're a young man, good-looking young man. I mean, how was your schooling? Did you go to school?
I did. I actually went to Valley College to be an aircraft mechanic.
Okay.
I was considering getting back into the junior college circuit here, something like wastewater management, or something like that.
Yeah.
I just, haven't put forth the effort up to now. But yeah.
I know it's winter time and it gets cold and you got a jacket on. Could you tell our viewers, what do you encounter here? I mean, at nighttime I know critters come out. I know our viewers want to know about, what comes out at night, raccoons.
Well, yeah, actually, last night I had a bag of food that I was holding on to, and I woke up this morning and it was ripped open, and raccoons and things like that. Recently, we had sightings of it's a lynx cat.
Okay. Oh, wow.
And they're anywhere from like the size of a small dog to
Yes.
quite a bit bigger. I mean, we've been seeing them out in coyotes. A lot of coyotes in the park, stuff like that. They're not aggressive towards us, but definitely some of them are dangerous. Especially that lynx cat. That one showed no fear when
Really?
when we approached it.
That
Yeah,
sounds pretty scary. Now, what about what has been the craziest stuff? Do you see crazy stuff out here? Because there's probably a lot of mental illness out here.
Yeah.
And I'm glad to see that you have all your faculties intact, and you seem pretty intelligent.
Right.
So how do you handle those people?
With a delicate touch.
Okay.
Sometimes the craziness is sometimes I believe it's onset.
Okay.
But other times I think some of it's like an act, but other times it is just blatant mental instability, you know,
Okay.
and
Do you think
like
it's drugs too?
absolutely,
Hmm.
absolutely. A lot of it is drug induced, but some of it comes from it's a defense mechanism, you know.
Mm.
When somebody just seems like they're off the wall crazy, you know, a lot of times they people will not approach them, or you know, and a lot of a lot of women, well, a lot of women are do that, use that as, like I said, a defense mechanism.
Mm.
But after a certain amount of time, it becomes normal for them. That's it. So and it's really sad. You know, I have a couple of friends that um, they started out very normal, and now I can't even speak with them
Really?
because it's just it's too much.
Yeah,
You know, it's
yeah,
too
yeah,
much.
yeah.
But but
But how do you keep your mind? Do you read and
um,
or do you just keep active, or how do you keep sane?
I try. It's a good question. Um, I try to stay active. I try to educate myself, but I also try to do things for in and around the community.
That's
Again,
awesome.
you know, Sundays we pack lunches up here on the flats, and we distribute those lunches
Very
in and around
nice,
the
very
community.
nice.
So
Yeah, I do a community outreach out here in Rubidoux on
good.
Monday mornings, and we give uh, we give food and fresh vegetables to the needy in the neighborhood and stuff like that. So that's great to hear that you do that, and you don't consider yourself needy, and that's awesome. You
Yeah, I
know.
mean, I try not to.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? There's, you know, it's just, again, it's just helping your community,
Mm-hmm.
and the homeless community is my community.
Can I
So
ask you another thing that our viewers want to know about people that are out here on the streets of Riverside? Are you spiritual? Do you believe in God?
absolutely,
Oh man, that's
absolutely.
give me some of that, man. You know, God has pulled me out of the ashes and breathed life into me. I mean, I've had some drug problems and some difficulties in the past. I've lost my family, my home, and everything like that. And God has given me a second chance. And you're a young man, you know, at 35. I think some of our viewers, I think, will take a chance on you. And where can we find you? About the stage area here at Fairmont Park?
Yeah, that's like I said, that's usually where we congregate at
Okay.
is around the stage, and the bench areas around there.
Okay. Because I'd really love to see you run a company or do something with your life, you know, because life is so precious. And if you believe in God, then you know every day is and I love the way you told me that you help people, you know, because you have a servant's heart. That's awesome. And a couple other questions. Have you ever owned a home or anything like that?
I've never owned a home.
Okay.
I've rented
Okay.
my house and
Yeah.
houses and stuff like that, apartments.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but no, I've never actually owned a home.
Never been married or anything like that?
I was married.
Oh, you were?
Yes, I was married. That relationship ended in 2011. That was with my first child. But
Okay.
yeah,
So you have kids.
yes.
And are you in a relationship with them or?
My oldest son, I don't see him.
Okay.
That was the very first marriage. But I have two other kids, and yeah, I see them. Not as often as I'd like, but I do see them.
Okay. Another thing our viewers want to know is like the police presence. Do they harass you or do they bother you?
You know
Because
what?
man, that would upset me if they bothered a guy like you, man.
Um,
You seem like an outstanding young man.
we have a lot of police contact out here,
Okay.
but they're not doing anything other than their job. Really,
Okay.
they approach us and they ask if we're on probation or parole,
Mhm.
which I think is standard. And then if we are, then they'll go about the process of running our names and
Mhm.
seeing if we're checking in and stuff like that. And then if not, they generally leave us alone. So harassing, no, I would say
Yes.
that we're not harassed.
That's good to hear.
But definitely a lot of police contact. You
Okay.
know, which like I said, it's you know.
Well, it's a pleasure talking to you, John, and I'd like to keep in touch with you if I could, you know,
Sure.
and as soon as our fans, if any of our fans out there or any of our viewers out there can get in touch with Aaron and help him out, it would be a great thing to do. Thank you from Roamin and Riverside. We are out. All right, there you go. Yeah, because I definitely want to keep in touch with you. And the more resources we get, Aaron, we want to come back and bless you with them. And while that's okay. And while he's still taping, do you mind if I pray for you?
Oh, sure.
Thank you. Dear Father in heaven, I lift up my friend Aaron here, Father. He has a servant's heart, Lord. I pray that you protect him, Father, from anything out here, from the mean people to the cops, to the coyotes, to the raccoons, Father. I pray if he has any physical inabilities that are hindering him, Father, that you heal him, Father. And I pray that you bless him financially, Father. He's a young man, good-looking young man, Father, and he deserves to be have a life of abundance, Father. In Jesus' name I pray.